So by the time this video is out, I believe it will be the day before I turn 23. The day of recording this, it is currently Sunday, and so next Saturday, if I'm correct, is my 23rd birthday. And before the end of the week, I am going to Cork with the fellas for just a night. It's going to be similar to the Galway pub crawl, and hopefully we do get basically a Galway 2.0. I know I did a Dublin pub crawl, wasn't as good of a video, but Cork is inbound. So next Wednesday, me, Taylor, Sean are going. So yeah, we're kind of switching things up a good bit now, considering like Galway was all the lads together, and then Dublin was just me, Sean and Dara, and now Cork, which is me, Taylor and Sean. So Sean is just coming on to the channel a little bit more now, and he's going to be in Albufeira with us. And so we're going to Albufeira on the 9th of August, and we're going to be there for a week. It is kind of the second big deal to Magaluf or like Tenerife or whatever you want to like call all that jazz. I can't wait for the Cork trip and Albufeira, because the amount of plans that we have of like excursions that we want to do, nightclubs, bars, pubs, and just a nice lovely day chillaxing at the pool at like 11, 12 o'clock and just having a beer. So we are getting close to turning 23. Now it does sound a bit scary in some eyes, because I do feel like I have only turned 20 not too long ago, as well as like 22. But yeah, this year has just gone so quick, and so it only feels right to like kind of record this before the Cork trip and maybe put it out the day before or the day of my birthday. And so yeah, it kind of only makes a little bit more sense as to why I'm recording this video. Becoming 23 in the next week, and it's a big deal, and obviously I'm just sitting down, just focusing a lot on myself, just making sure that I'm kind of doing my own thing, getting back into the gym, doing a bit of driving. I've yet to hit the motorway on the driving, but you know, we're going to get there in a bit. Also, if you are wondering, Peter is away in Finland. I was supposed to be saying this God knows how many times in videos, but Peter is away in Finland, so you're not going to be seeing him on the channel for the next while. The trip to Amsterdam with him is the last video you're gonna see with me and him for about 2 years, unless obviously I go over to Finland, do a vlog whilst I'm over there, and we'll see what happens. I have been sat at home just not really doing too much as of lately, just because it's been either YouTube or just binge watch The Boys on a like Prime, because I haven't watched the show, and it's either that, gym, YouTube, or I'm just sat outside in the gorgeous hot weather that we actually have here in Ireland. Whilst you have the sun and like the nice warm climate that we have for the minute, you might as well take advantage of it. Genuinely some of the nicest days I've ever seen in a long time in Ireland. And this is also where I think this time last year I was in Tenerife with the lads. I held so much memories of Tenerife, and now I'm about to make more memories in Albufeira and Cork. 2 huge vlogs coming your way, honestly, are going to be amazing. And then I have a shit ton of other horror games on Steam that I've yet to record. So we have the job in the airport, being an aircraft cleaning agent. It's not the best job in the world, but you know what? It's a bit of something just to get a bit of money in the bank, and I don't mind it too much. And considering like I am driving now, you know, might as well drive to work every now and then. I got very little info on the job, so yeah, that's all I can really say for the minute about the job. I'd say everything else otherwise, you know, you'd be thinking that I'd be trying to like look for other jobs to do filmmaking. I am, to be honest. I am. I could hop on Google right now, and nearly every post-production agency that hops up that I see, I've either already looked at their website, or I've already sent them a message or an email, and you know, I've barely got a response off anyone. It's just seeing where we can go from there. So by working at the airport when the Garda vetting is cleared, because I've been waiting so far about a month for the Garda vetting to be cleared, and so far every time I look back at the progress, nothing's happened. Not what you'd like to see. Yeah, I've just taken care of social media stuff and just kind of taken care of myself. You know, going to the gym over and over again, because what else am I going to do with my days on a nice sunny day, and then come back, go for a sunbathe for like 2 hours. And you know, as of right now, I have actually got a bit of a tan. You know, we're getting somewhere. What's the point of waiting until we get to Albufeira to then have our tans? Why not just take the sunny days that we have right now and do our tans? Might as well do that. So I'm taking advantage of the days that I can do, and I'm not exactly taking advantage of my weekends to record other videos, because you know, the weekends I feel just kind of take the days off, kind of do your own thing. The only people I know that are working so much are Dara and Sean, because those two live and breathe at the airport. Although Dara is going back to do his final year of college, and as well as Taylor, but then Sean is kind of full-time in the airport. Yeah, honestly, like, that's kind of like where we kind of all sum it up. You know, I feel like I'm going to use this Cork trip as kind of my early birthday presents. I don't really have anything planned for the 23rd birthday. I think most likely I'm going to go to a pub. I think it's bad enough because I don't know whether the World Cup is on next Saturday. You know, I'm actually going to check. So from the looks of it, actually, so we have United versus Wrexham, and then we have the bronze final. So we either have France or Spain against England or Argentina. And so, yeah, I've also been keeping a huge eye on the World Cup lately. Let me know your thoughts on how you guys think the World Cup is going so far and who you think is going to win. I've been keeping up to date with the World Cup, and yeah, I kind of watched the first half. I think I kind of watched a little bit of the second half of the Argentina versus Switzerland game last night. I watched the entirety of England versus Norway. Honestly, I'm watching a lot more of the World Cup than I thought, because initially I wasn't watching it when it kind of started, when it was the round of 16, the round of 32, whatever it was. I wasn't watching it that much, but now I'm invested. You know what, I feel like the World Cup is going very well. Obviously, I would have liked Norway to win, and because England, you know, they've already won enough. England have already won enough. Like, and I don't think they're the big fan favourites. I would like to see a different country win. Although we know from all the shite that happened with Argentina and Egypt, you know, how rigged it was, because to be honest, I'm kind of on everyone's side, because I don't see the point in giving Messi all these like chances, because it's like, I get it's Messi, but what about Ronaldo? Like, I'm going to throw my hands up, I have no idea. Like, I don't really want to argue or go too much into it, but all I'm saying, from what I know and from who I feel like should win, yeah, you know, I think it's going to be between Spain and Argentina. I think England are going to get knocked out, maybe like 2-1, but I'm going to say Spain and Argentina. I'm going to say hopefully Spain win. Hopefully I don't fuck it up too much. You never know. Apart from that, that's all the latest updates so far of life. I'm going to get going, and yeah, I'm going to go have a bit of dinner. Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the rest of my day, enjoy the rest of life, and see what goes on. Enjoy your summer, guys. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.